Tuesday. The time is 7 minutes after 7. My name is Kobby Spiky Nkrumah, and you're tuned in to Joy 99.7 FM. And when you hear that, I don't know what that voice says, even though my team always say it's Meko Jare. Meko Jare. I honestly don't know how they're hearing that, but yeah. Abeku says it's Meko Browser. Anyways, so Geek Squad, yes, the geeks are here. We like to talk technology. We like to break down technology and get you to feel included in the tech world. You know, a lot of the time people feel that when geeks talk technology, we don't get it. You know, they're always using terms like megahertz, gigahertz, gigabytes. And today when I said we're going to talk about ERP, MFL was like, wait, what? What is that? Because they're thinking it's like electromagnetic radioactive pulses. No, it's actually enterprise resource planning. Now, it's a business process management software that allows an organization to use a system of integrated applications to manage their businesses and automate many back office functions related to technology, services, and human resources. Today, I'm going to have that conversation. Someone's going to educate us a lot about ERPs, talk about what they are, what kind of solutions, what kind of systems you can deploy in all these ERP things that I've just said, all these integrated applications. I mean, yes, a whole lot of words, but she's going to break it down. Yes, I said she, and her name is Miss Deborah Asma. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Kobby.
Debbie is the Chief Marketing Operations Officer of Impunto Technologies. They're a software development firm from Ghana. Yes, you heard it right. They are developers in Ghana. They make softwares for Ghana and the world. And they're targeting the IBMs and the Googles and the Amazons and basically everybody, right? Everybody's your target, right?
Yes. Let me just chip in we are a big data and AI company. So
big
the software
data
is just
AI.
part of something we do.
That's what you used to mine the big data and the AI.
Yes.
And she's a geek, even though she doesn't like to be addressed as one. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you, Kobby.
Yes. So, we're just going to jump into it. What is ERP? I've already explained or broken down the letters.
And it sounded like a lot.
Yeah. It's not electromagnetic radioactive pulses.
No, it's not. So it's an enterprise resource planner like you described, but I want to break it down just a little bit more because the information was a lot, and I would want to talk about the ERP from another angle, how it is not the big company software. It's the small company software. It's for the person with a side hustle, the one running a barbering shop, a salon, or a pet shop.
So someone running a barbering shop or a salon can actually use an ERP?
Yes. Traditionally, we always think that the ERP is for a very big company.
Like the multimedia group?
Yes, but that is not the case. And I'll tell you why.
Please do.
Research shows that when it comes to financing of companies, it's actually the micro, the small, and the medium scale companies that need finances. It also shows that it is these companies that are not getting the right finances that they want. And the reason is because when an entrepreneur you're starting your side hustle, you always think you don't need something in place like the ERP. You think it's for a big company, someone with a lot of employees and all that, but that's not the case. Really, you should be the one putting in place this tool. So let me tell you what this tool is. It's just a simple tool that is supposed to help you with record keeping. So if I have a side hustle, I'm starting with say 2 or 3 employees, I would tell myself I don't need an HR management software, because it's just 2 or 3 employees. But you need something that is capturing your expenses.
Yeah.
You need something that is capturing your revenue. You need to know how your account, say light bill 50 Ghana cedis, water bill 70 Ghana cedis. It start matching your expenses with your revenue, and we're giving you a report. It's your your light version app, you will put it on your phone. It's even lighter than a WhatsApp. You know, you can Kedible Light is something you can use.
Cool. So besides using an ERP for a small business, now medium scale, let's say a medium scale business that has about 50 employees, they might need a human resource. So that means that they're going to need a human resource module for their ERP, and then they're going to probably have a procurement department because they have to buy laptops for everybody, and then they're going to need, they're doing accounting, so that means they're going to have an accounting model. So do these modules work independently, or they're all connected and the data is shared among them?
So now, in the past or even presently, there are companies that have different applications.
Right.
So they have something that is the HR is using, something that marketing is using, something that project or procurement is using, and they don't speak to each other.
Yeah.
You cannot run an efficient company that way. So what companies with these legacy systems were doing was they would probably get another application that would be like a BI application, a business intelligence tool, and then integrate these little applications to to have a centralized dashboard. But you don't need to do that. You can just get one application that has HR that HR will log in and use. So if you take example the Kedible that I was referencing, the HR doesn't start from the staff coming into the office. It actually starts from the recruitment process. So you have a version of it that allows your your prospective employees to come and do psychometry. Then when the psychometry is being done, it grades psychometric test. You know, when you are applying for your national service position, you go to a company, give you all these tests that you have to do. That's what you call the psychometric.
Right.
You answer it online. It grades you, and if you pass based on the pass mark, it moves you to the department head. So if it's application, the department head would give you a test, all on the system. Now you go through that whole process, and when you are done and HR says that, okay, I'm satisfied with the person's score, now an interview can take place. It automatically sends you an email for the interview. You come in, they grade you, now you've passed. It moves you from the pre-stage to an employee stage, still in the same application. Then your onboarding process starts. Your mates know that there is a new person that has joined us because it sends a mail to staff. Okay. Now, at the operations side, you are able to see that your staff strength has increased by a certain percentage. Finance is aware that this month I have to pay somebody else, right? And then operations also start putting in these processes. So if it's health insurance, you need to put that in place. If it's a laptop, you're doing all that. So HR doesn't have to leave his office or her office, comes to operation and say that, oh, the person has arrived, though, where's the laptop? Or finance this month, know that you have to pay someone more. It's an integrated process. So everyone is informed as the process is being carried on. It's better than having different applications, and you even pay more. When you have so many vendors you need to get support from. So one, you're getting cost efficiency, and then two, you're getting manpower efficiency and speed. Speed, which is very, very important. So why do you think that a lot of companies are not employing ERPs? Because again, it's always been expensive. You know, in the past we know of the SAPs, the Oracles and stuff, and they were expensive. So there's no way I'm starting my small business and I'm going to get something and pay $1,000 and $2,000, and you know, it's expensive. You want to save money for at that point the most important things like your lights bill, making first payroll and all that. So companies would not want to invest in that. They think they can handle it with the Excel and then their sheet of paper and all that till they get big, and now they want to bring in a software to manage their operations. Those are the reasons, but that doesn't hold anymore. ERPs are very affordable now. If you come to Ubuntu for an ERP, you'll be surprised that for a light version you could even pay as low as 10 Ghana cedis to get you going, right? One-off payment or no one-off payment. Had to ask. Yeah, but if you were trying to grow a business and you can put aside 10 Ghana cedis, that can get you the 1,000 Ghana cedis loan or the 5,000 Ghana cedis loan you need down the line, then you are not planning well for your business, you know. So it's just not it is not as expensive as we used to think. Things have changed, and information has probably not gone out there that it is not as expensive anymore.
Yeah. So I did a bit of reading prior to this, and I realized that now, like you mentioned, ERPs have come all the way down to the light version, so you can have in your mobile. Then you have cloud ERPs, and then there was talk of social ERPs, like integrating social media with ERPs. I was thinking, why on earth would I want to integrate my operations with my social media? Is there anything that is driving that kind of?
We have become a very social kind of people now. Employers everywhere are trying to see how they can bring the social life to the work terrain, because you want your employees to be comfortable. You adjust to the situation, the environment. Now, if you look at some ERPs, you don't need to send official mails through the normal email channel. So if I have like Kobby Spiky at joybusiness.com or something, I might not use that. The company would create a chat platform,
right, which
would be different from, say, the WhatsApp, right? And conversations can be happening on the chat platform, and it makes the employees feel like this is not just work or business. There's an informal side of the business that we can participate in. You can have your CEO. I mean, my CEO can sometimes drop a comic on our chat platform, and everybody gets laughing just to release the tension and all that. So it's not a bad idea. It's still integrating what is happening in the environment into the workspace such that it works well,
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting. And if you're listening to us, the show is Joy Geek Squad, and it's brought to you by Home Used Cars app, the Hookah app. Discover the state of your car before it's imported. The Hookah app, we let you know if it's accident-free. And mobile money interoperability, powered by GIPS. Be our hero, be safe, stay home. Across Aye Safer. COVID Connect, a digital service that connects to the medical team at University of Ghana Medical Center. Access the COVID Connect by downloading Lucy app from the Play Store or the iOS App Store. If you want to join us in the conversation, you can send us a WhatsApp or a Telegram at 0244 340 437. It's 0244 340 437. We're talking about ERPs, and if you don't know what ERPs are, Enterprise Resource Planning. It sounds like a mouthful, makes you think, oh, that's something for enterprise level businesses, but no. From what we've just learned from Deborah, you can actually own a barbering shop and have an ERP, and it'll be it'll make you efficient. So if you have any questions about ERPs, you should send us those questions on WhatsApp and Telegram, and Deborah would answer all these questions. What question? No, it's not a question. Someone just says, I like today's show. I like today's show too. I'm learning a lot. Hey, you don't believe, me too, I learn. You learn something new every day. Hashtag YLSNED. You learn something new every day. Anyway, Debbie, back to the conversation. So, how do you know your business is ERP ready?
If you're thinking of a business, it's ERP ready from the start of your thinking that
from the get-go.
Right from the get-go. Let me just say that, when we talk about the informal sector growth and the micro and the small and the medium growth and all that, one of the major challenges is record keeping. When African Development Bank is talking about financing into this sector, they keep moaning that there is not adequate information for us to commit a certain amount of money. When anytime donor companies wants to give money to these sectors through the banks come back saying that, look, we have a lot of SMEs on our account list, but when they come in, they don't have any information for us to use. So there is money there to invest, but I can't give it to you because there is no data. There is no data.
So you can't make projections.
You can't make any projections. I don't even know whether if I give it to you today, you have even products or employees or staff that you're going to use the money for. So if you want to launch a company or open something, if it's just a tabletop thing, so far as you are able to count money and sell, get a small application that would start recording things from the beginning.
Right.
If I see that you started with 100 Ghana cedis and 3 months down the line you are making 300 Ghana cedis or 350 Ghana cedis, you might not be making any profits. But you may not also be making any losses. So you are making probably just enough to keep the operations going. But I look at how you've been able to manage that little resource, and I'll give you something to be able to do bigger or to get profits. That's the thing we keep missing out. Without the information, nobody's ready to commit to you, you know. So if you're thinking of even opening a pet shop, get yourself Kedaba Lights to start with.
So, okay. Kadaba is getting a lot of questions. First off, let me read. Richardson says, how do you use EIB to sell a product, say commodity? It's not EIB, it's ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. That's Richardson from Oyarfa. He's asking, how do you use an ERP to sell products?
Yeah. So let me assume that Richardson's products is, say, soap. I want to start with something very home radio, anything at all. You would first create your inventory. That would say that today I have 4 bar soaps, 6 powdered soap, and 1 whatever kind of soap, liquid soap. Someone comes to make a purchase of 1 bar soap. So you've entered sale of 1 bar soap of 10 Ghana cedis. It will deduct from your inventory and tell you that if your buffer is to have 2 bar soap at every point in time, when it keeps deducting and you're getting to your buffer, it would alert you that you are reaching your buffer, you need to stock up. So you don't run out of stock and someone comes to your shop and you say, oh, I didn't even know, you know, you don't want to have to do that. Exactly.
Software.
If people keep coming to your shop and hearing this or coming to you to purchase an item, they wouldn't come again. You are not reliable. So that is very important. Then you also know that, okay, I'm selling my thing for 1 Ghana cedis, but my bills and everything is costing me more than I'm getting from what I'm selling. You need to be cutting down on costs somewhere. You probably need to change where you're getting your items from so your cost is lower, or you have to review your whole operations, you know. And
you can't get that without data.
Exactly.
So ERPs give you the data that can help you make projections, save money, be more efficient. Can you spell the Kedaba app and how it can be accessed?
It's Kedaba. It's Kedebah. If you're looking to have the app, you would contact Impuntu, right? And we create an account for you and you start to use it. So you can contact Impuntu. Can I put my number out?
So yeah, when we're done, you throw your number out and then people can contact you and they'll find you. So where do I get an ERP to buy? That's from Mike.
Yes, Mike. So you can contact Impuntu Technologies at any time. We would give you an ERP. We have to first understand what level your business operations is at. I don't need to give you a big tool when you are not at the place that says the big tool. You wouldn't get the value out of it.
It's just basically using a sledgehammer to kill it. So how do you spell Kedaba, and is it free?
Kedeba.
Oh, right.
Kedaba.
So whilst I'm reading all these questions, processes. So what are some of the processes? I mean, we've seen a whole lot of processes. What are some of the processes that need to be ERP applied?
Kobby, when I mentioned my title, you'd realize that I am in charge of operations. I love operations. It's because I love things to be orderly.
Right.
In my life, everywhere. At the office, you cannot run an efficient company without a process.
Right.
Okay. And the process needs to be monitored and it needs to be changed as the company goes. So we have a process in the office where we call the RACI process. Okay.
Right.
So the RACI stands for responsible, accountable, informed, consulted. Okay. Now, if you bring me a project to work on, I need to identify who is responsible. So if I take the guy who is selling an item, if someone walks into the shop, who is the first person that attends to the person? That is the responsible person. Now, when the shop attendant is attending to your client, the shop attendant is accountable to someone. Who is the shop attendant accountable to? This person is supposed to ensure that the shop attendant does her job and does it well.
Right.
If the shop attendant now is attending to the client, and the client says that, oh, I like this bar soap, but they have made a new one that is black in color and is good for washing white shirts. You say, oh, I don't have that. This is what I have. But you need to inform someone that something new is in the market. That I've had 5 clients come in today asking me for. Keeping the information doesn't help anybody. You're not the one going to town to buy it or stock up. So I need to inform the right person.
Yeah.
Now, when the right person is going to buy the thing, he would want to consult with someone. Consult probably the shop attendant to ask, how many people came to the shop trying to buy this particular item? So from your experience, you think it would be better to start off with just about 10 or should we move to 20? If you have your process outlined, everybody knows when to chip in, because it's a whole shared responsibility.
Yeah.
If the responsibility is not well shared and well understood, you have gaps. So you can have a long ladder with all your employees on it, plucking the coconut from the tree, passing it down to one another, but you have someone in the value chain who is chewing a chewing stick in the corner and not making sure that the coconut is falling into the sack. So you've plucked so many coconuts from the top, but there is nothing in your sack.
True.
You know. Now, when you are setting up your ERP, you are able to set it up with your process.
Right.
So you know that when the customer comes, it moves to marketing, it moves to sale, it moves to finance, it moves to whatever. You will set it up with your process. That is the reason why, Kobby, it is not advisable for people to go pick up ERPs from the market that they cannot customize to suit their process. Technology is meant to work for you, not you for the technology.
I like that. So technology is meant to work for you, and you're not supposed to work for the technology. Otherwise, then it is not technology, is it? Anyway, so we have a message from Baba. It says, what's the company the lady represents? Can I have the business contact number? Sure. Deborah will drop her contact right after the show, so you can all reach out to her. Okay, yeah, so we've answered you, Richardson. Selassie says, I'm 16. Please, what machine learning algorithm is used in the software? I presume he's talking about the ERPs.
Selassie, so Kobby is done right. I'm not a geek, but there are a lot of predictive algorithms that our data science department use. I'm not really well versed in those algorithms, but yeah, you can call the office and probably come for an internship and you learn these days.
But who said it takes a geek to know what algorithm is running? The fact that you actually understand the process makes you a geek in itself. So Mike says, please, your contact. Yes, sure, Mike, we will put out a contact for you to reach out. And a lot of small businesses, medium scale businesses are looking for ERPs. I'm sure people did not realize how important they were. So Shem says, I totally agree with the app theory, but let's not conclude the app is going to record data by the user not inputting some info. Likewise, bookkeeping is very accurate, but we all need that unique diligence to input data as and when required. Splendid show. That's from Jen, Bros Barbecue. Shem, I totally agree with you. I'm a terrible data inputter. I will forget to input that data. Now, that makes the system useless, no?
No, it doesn't. So it's just like having a reminder application on your phone.
Right.
If you are not good with project managing your time, you set the reminder app to remind you.
Okay.
So you can set your ERP's reminder up that if I have not inputted any information for the day, you have a nagging feature. It would nag you till you put it on.
Right.
You know, it's like we have a monitoring tool in the office, and you've not closed your ticket. It would nag you till you close your ticket. So you employ the same feature in the ERP.
I need to put something like that in my team's ticket management system. So people like proficiency who don't like closing tickets, you'll be nagged till you close your ticket. So what is the name of the company? Is it Impuntu? And what's the website for Impuntu Technology? That's from Steven. Yeah,
Impuntu Technologies. When you type impuntu.com, you'd have the company's website come up.
Right. So good show. How do I use an ERP for my school? That's from Felix Bell. Felix just took my question, so just go.
Yeah. So Again, the ERP it's suitable for any sector, any environment. So if you have a school, the first question is, do you have a school management system? If you don't have a school management system, you can integrate that into the ERP for you. Then you have parents who are making payments for the awards. You can collect your payment via mobile money. You can do physical cash. You can do check. Once you have your ERP on, when they come to the account office and they make the payment, it is recorded per the ward the payment is being done for, and you are able to tell how many people in the day or in the semester have made payments for that day. If the school is a boarding facility that has you definitely have to feed your students in the boarding facilities. You know how much stock you have for breakfast, lunch, and supper, so you're in the middle of the semester, there's no money, you didn't plan that you were running out of stock, and confusion at your bazaar. You don't want that. You can also use the ERP to even monitor student performance and the teacher performance, right? And you can use it to send automated messages and alerts to parents of how their awards are faring. You don't need them to come at the end of the semester to find out the copy had been missed in school all this semester. You know, there are various ways that you can use the ERP on a school compound or like in the education sector.
Okay, so Mahmoud is asking that is it on the Play Store or the Apple Store? I'm sure he's asking about Kedeba Lite.
Yeah, Kedeba Lite is on the Play Store.
Okay,
it's on the Play Store. Usually we don't want people to just download it without having a first level understanding
of what it does.
Right. That's why we always recommend that speak to the office. We will give you some basic understanding, help you just know probably there are some few things we need to add on that particular version just for you. Right.
So Jake is asking, how do you spell Ubuntu?
Jake, if you are an Akan, it's Ubuntu, growth and development. But I'm a Fanti, so you slur it a bit and you say Ubuntu, so it's just NPONTU, as the Fantis would call it, Ubuntu.
Right. So, AAA Tron is asking, can I get an ERP for a poultry farm?
Yeah.
So basically, Jake, if you listened, I think ERPs would work in every sector.
Yeah.
Dare I say every sector. Even some I'm not going to say what somebody's texting me right now. Anyway, Kwesi says, Ghanaian SMEs are novices to ERPs. And that's why we're educating them. Hopefully, we will get them on. So, yeah, guys, great show. But I think you need to remember to spell company names apps all the time, because I'm wondering if the company's name is spelled Ubuntu and he's spelling it MPUNTU. That's from Mahmoud. Mahmoud, we just spelled it, so it's NPONTU. Yeah, so, Deborah, do ERPs always eliminate inefficiencies? Because from what you've said, if I have an ERP, my company is going to be so efficient. We're going to get like 100% output from even 50% input.
Kobby, there's no technology that comes to solve all our problems. It comes to complement the work that we are doing. So if you have a poor head for running your business, the ERP can give you all the information there is, and you still run your company down. Using an ERP requires discipline. And discipline is what solves your company's problems. Right. The ERP is supposed to complement your effort and make certain things easy for you. So if the example I gave for if you're going to look for financing, if you have the ERP and you're keeping track of everything that is happening, it makes it easier for you to get the credit facility. It makes it easier for you to get an investor. Hitherto, you would not probably be able to do so because there is nothing to show for your efforts. So it is not going to solve your company's problem and shoot you up like a rocket into the sky to space and build you a house there. No, but it's going to put you a step ahead of your competitor. Right.
Great. So you've been listening to Deborah Asma from Ubuntu Technologies. We've been talking about ERPs, enterprise resource planning softwares, and we've learned a whole lot. We'll be taking a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll take some phone calls. You guys can ask Deborah some questions, and she'll be willing and ready to answer them. Anyway, Geek Squad is brought to you by the home used cars app, Hooker app. Discover the state of your car before it's imported. Hooker app, we let you know if it's accident free. Mobile money interoperability, powered by Gibbs. Be our hero, be safe, stay home across a year safer. And then COVID Connect, a digital service that connects to the medical team at University of Ghana Medical Center. Access COVID Connect by downloading the C app from the Play Store or the iOS App Store. We'll be right back after these messages.
Mate, see, collect my phone and tell the person say it fell in your car. I need to send this person over money, but we are not on the same network, and they also won't understand.
You can now send and receive mobile money on all networks across a year easy.
Hey, sir, I didn't know.
From your network to other networks, you can now send and receive mobile money directly across IA Easy. This service is powered by Gift.
Hello.
This is UGMC COVID Connect.
I'm Dr. Wilfred.
I understand you have a runny nose.
It doesn't necessarily mean you have COVID-19, and that is why I need you to calm down so that we do the best we can to help you.
COVID Connect, a digital service, connects you to the medical team at the University of Ghana Medical Center for quality medical support, expert psychological counseling, testing, and in-hospital management. Access COVID Connect by downloading Lucy Vitals on Play Store or iOS. COVID Connect is brought to you by the UGMC, the Ministry of Health, and supported by the Farm Access Foundation.
And we're back. So, COVID Connect. Are you worried you may be having COVID-19 symptoms? Do not panic. Download the Lucy app to access COVID Connect. COVID Connect is not just an app. It is a service. COVID Connect is a virtual consulting room which allows users of the app to fill in their COVID-19 symptoms. And if your symptoms are rated mild to high risk, you receive a call from the medical team at the University of Ghana Medical Center. They will care for you based on the treatment guidelines prescribed by the WHO at the comfort of your home, and an ambulance will be dispatched to pick those who may require in-hospital treatment and testing for COVID-19. Download the Lucy app right now, and connect to the service. Lucy is spelled Luscii. COVID Connect, connect for health. COVID Connect is brought to you by the UGMC Ministry of Health and supported by the Farm Access Foundation. So we got some messages. Hello. Hello, Geek Squad. How can I use ERP for my vegetable farm? That's Ohene from La Paz. So,
Ohene.
Yes.
You can use the ERP for your vegetable farm. You can use it to take records of how much produce that the particular season you recorded. You can use it to record certain things like how your soil is faring, if you have all those kind of information. You can use it to take stock of what you call them, the people you sell,
okay, yeah.
The people you sell your vegetables to. You can put them on a permanent kind of like schedule, so you know every time around this time I need to send this produce to this person. If you have a delivery company or a dispatch rider that does all this, you can give the dispatch rider a mobile app that would record his movement, and you can track it from your ERP. So anytime it's delivered, you check your list in the ERP that this person has gotten the stock. There are various ways that you can use the ERP to monitor the growth and the satisfaction of the people you are even serving.
That's interesting. So I think a lot of people are finding it difficult to find Kediba. So how do you spell Kediba again? Kedebah. Yeah. So it looks like not finding it in the store. Maybe you should. And then I'm Sami. Please, can the ERP be used to manage medium enterprises? Yes, we just answer that, and whereby we will install it on our computers. Yes.
Yes. You can install it on your computer. I get this question a lot, where people think they ask that they want it just installed on their computers, but it's always more efficient to have it on the cloud, so that you can have real-time updates of what is happening in your company.
Right.
If it is on your computer and the information is not on the cloud, you always have to log in to know what is happening. And you cannot just open your phone and monitor outside the office premises.
Right. Thank you. So, good evening, Kobby. Good initiative, but I'm in a situation where network connection is very weak. What do you do, Ajima Joseph in Community 9 Tema? But I have to try different network service providers, so you find one that actually suits you or solves your problem. Yeah, and another question. Okay, no, this totally has nothing to do with that. So yes, back to our conversation about ERPs. For those who are not getting it, ERP, E for elephant, R for radio, P for phone, or P for police.
Yeah.
So, what are
productivity?
Productivity. What are some of the ERP solutions providers out there?
You have SAP. They are popular. People know them. You have Oracle. You have I think it's B2 Systems. You have a lot of them. There are a lot of them out there.
Expensive.
Some of them are. Some of them are expensive because they are not tailored for the micro company or the small company, or so they are expensive. And besides, cost is relative. Kobby, I'm sure you have a watch that if I sell, I'll be able to say afford like 3 new pairs of shoes.
Hey.
But you tell me it's cheap, so cost is relative.
Yeah, you heard her. Cost is relative. If you want to send us a message, you can send us a message on 0244 340 437. And if you want to call us, we're talking about ERPs, and you can call us on 0244 340 437 or 0302 216 541. I'll repeat, 0302 216 541 or 0244 340 437. The 0244 340 437. You can send us a WhatsApp and the Telegram, and we will read your messages as they come in. Yeah, so you mentioned some of these international ERP. Do we have local ERP providers?
Yes, we do. Sorry, and I'm not pretending the name just escaped me. I'll answer that question. Sorry.
But bottom line, would it be advisable for someone to go for a local ERP or the international ERP?
Kobby, I would say go local.
Right.
Go local, because there are so many. We hear from the news all the time. So many international or so-called international applications we have procured that did not meet our expectations. We have heard that. It is because the application was not built with you in mind. It didn't consider your environmental factors. It was built for a certain market. So now you are being forced to use the application because of the standard it already has. Go for a local provider. And it's easy for you to just go to the office of the local provider to say, my processes have changed, my business operations have changed, can you scale it up for me? Or this is the standard version you have, I want something a little bit different. You cannot just call the international provider who has done this thing to fit in the general market and ask them to do this for you. You know, so go for a local provider.
Right. So you heard, Deborah, go for a local provider. People are still trying to find Kadiba. And they're finding it difficult. Okay, so I'm sure Deborah and her team would find a solution to why they can't find it.
Yes,
so
yes.
Please, can I have an ERP for my small tilapia joint? Kofi from Shema. Yes, Kofi. Any joint, tilapia or pork or goods or chicken can use an ERP. So, stay tuned. We will recommend as many ERPs as we can, and we recommend business like Deborah just said.
Oh yes,
reach out
to Tribe has an ERP. Pesol has an ERP.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've got a call on the line. Hello.
Yeah, Kobby, how are you?
I'm very well. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Yeah. Good to hear from you, Kofi.
Yeah, from Tema.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it you who said you have a small tilapia joint?
No.
Because another Kofi from Tema sent a message that he has a small tilapia joint.
Oh, okay. We have so many Kofis in Tema.
Yeah. So, Kofi, your question.
Yeah. For ERP systems, the enterprise resource planning system, it's just like taking whatever business processes you have manually, online, or digitizing it.
Right.
So it's not like it's going to add anything if you don't have an efficient human resource system in place yourself internally. Going online does not necessarily mean that has to be improved, but it will help to keep your information, but there are other aspects that were not touched. For instance, security is key. She's advocating that we go for local solutions, but she also has to answer the question of security. How secured are our local solutions?
Right.
The data centers that they use, are they using our local data centers, or they are using external data centers? The uptime guarantee, how can you be sure that your system won't break down? Because that's the situation we have in Ghana.
True.
Even these online exams that are going on, people are not able to access them simply because of bandwidth challenges. And most people don't understand these things. That's why you need technical people to advise. And she admitted that she is not a technical person into all of these things. And I would have actually preferred a technical person to have come so that we can ask all these questions. And data protection, I like that topic a lot. Very, very important. I mean, if you are going to engage the services of her company, you ought to find out which country is their data center located. And then you go and read about data protection laws in those countries. Because if you talk about business, it is your trade secret. That's why China and America are always at war. Because people can easily steal your information if, for instance, you're using a data center in America, be it Amazon or any other data center. So all of those concerns ought to be addressed so that knowing that you are in the cloud, but are you protected? That's what somebody asked. Can I install it on my computer? So that if I have my own technical team, are they able to come and train them so that we can manage our own data, get the updates, get the system updated ourselves? Because companies, if they want to go into these things, would need to consult. Because we don't do those things. That is why sometimes people get this information system, there's a crash, they lose all their data. Even it happens in Ghana with the GCNet, where they are not willing to release the source code.
So I believe that's why she said it's best that we choose local solutions providers, so you can actually reach out to them directly and then have them tailor the solutions to fit you.
But all these things ought to be in the contract so that you are aware. Otherwise, it will come to a time where you need your data, you cannot get it.
True.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kofi, as always. Very, very, very instrumental when it comes to providing his view of things. Yes, Deborah, you want to?
Yes. So, Kobby, I did my master's in data privacy and protection. It's important to always consider this when you're choosing a provider. Okay. When we are going into a relationship with any customer at all, there is a contractual relationship. It's a contractual relationship, and we state clearly in the contract that we are responsible for protecting your data. So half of the time when we are even setting the company up, because protecting your data is not just securing the data, it's even making sure that the data in the system is credible. You want to capture correct information and proper information to help with the decision making. So we don't allow companies to start off by just uploading their data. We always recommend that let us go through the process with you, so we make sure we are uploading credible data to help with your information. But later on, you can be adding to it, right? We are also data protection certified in Ghana. We have our certification and everything, and there are processes internally that we use to ensure that your data is protected. Now, one of the risks with cloud has always been that I don't have control over my data because I'm hosting it somewhere. You have local data centers. MTN has some. You can use MTN to host your data, but for redundancy purposes, you would always want to use multiple cloud service providers to host your application. So if one goes down, you don't lose the information. The process is still running. It is a risk worldwide when it comes to the cloud service. So as much as possible, you use companies that are recognized to protect the integrity and the security of the information. When the application is also online, it is using a secured channel. So you have the HTTPS. Now we've even taken it further to the HTTP, so that you have to use a secured channel to even get to the application in the first place. But it doesn't mean you can have it on your local machine. It can be on your local machine, but when it crashes, that is the end of you, unless you were doing a regular backup from the local machine. So all these things will be discussed. Our responsibility as a service provider is to ensure that the customer that you are serving is comfortable with the solution that you are providing. So you would work with the customer to address all the concerns that they have, But again, going to an international or so-called foreign provider doesn't solve the problem. Because they still have issues. And when your system has a downtime and you're using a time zone that is different from theirs, they'll probably tell you that you should call back in the next 24 hours or 12 hours because now they have closed. A local provider will serve you better in that area,
A local provider will serve you better when it comes to customer service. So, Mike is asking, can a caterer use ERP? Yes, Mike. I believe right now where we've reached, everyone can use an ERP. Everyone needs to use an ERP if we're going into business. Spiky, do I need special skills to use the application your guest is talking about? That's from Ishmael. Does he need special skills?
No, Ishmael. You don't need special skills at all. You need to be the business person you are, or the entrepreneur that you are, whose drive and passion is to see his business succeed and grow. That is the only skill you need.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. All too soon, an hour has passed, and the show has to come to an end. And yeah, the geeks have to bow out so everybody else takes over. The news will come over at 8 p.m. But don't forget, we were live on Facebook. That means you can catch up with the show if you missed it. You can go check out our Google podcast, check out our Apple podcast on iTunes. You can even go watch it on YouTube. It's all there, on demand, whenever, wherever, anyhow. Anyway, big shout outs to Abeku-san Kofi, my producer, Dennis the Fairboy, Selwyn, the streamer. Proficiency says I should give him shout outs, so a big shout outs to my my special assistant, Proficiency, and yeah, my executive producer, Inshirado. My name is Kobby Spiky Nkrumah. I've been having this conversation with Miss Deborah Asma of Untitled Technology. She's the chief marketing. Deborah, you didn't put out your contact in case people want to reach you.
You can reach me on 055-654-1525. 055-654-1525. Or you can also send us a mail at marketing@impuntu.com. Marketing@impuntu.com.
So it's marketing@impuntu.com. My name is Kobby Spiky Nkrumah. This has been Geek Squad. Catch you guys next week with another engaging